Right now, President Obama in Cuba for a historic visit.
Now, this is the first time in almost 90 years that a sitting U.S. president has stepped foot in that country.
News Channel 5's Michael Williams live in Havana this morning, joining us with how this trip aims to break down barriers. Right, Michael?
Indeed, it does. Good morning to both of you from a blustery day high above old Havana here. I think we're getting some of that weather front that's been blowing through the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Behind me, the Christ statue that overlooks the port of Havana. And on this blustery day, a busy one for the First Family. The president, accompanied by the First Lady and by his daughters, as Air Force One made its historic arrival here at Jose Marti International Airport late yesterday afternoon. The president commenting that in 1928, Calvin Coolidge took 3 days to get here by steamer, 3 hours by Air Force One. And the president and the First Family took in sights in Old Havana, went to the cathedral in Old Havana after arriving here. And a busy day today. The president will lay a wreath at the Jose Marti Memorial. We'll have meetings with Raul Castro, the Cuban leader, also meetings with Cuban and American entrepreneurs here. All this as the historic opening continues. Diplomatic relations reopened with Cuba. A chance now for new economic openings, new chances for business here, though many argue it will come slowly here in Cuba, where the communist regime wants to move slowly and cautiously as they try to keep one-party control here, and argue that no matter the new ties with the United States, that nothing will change there. We will see in the years to come. President Obama will meet with dissidents. Of course, many in the Cuban American community and elsewhere in the U.S. have argued and have been critical, saying the president should have elicited more in terms of guarantees about at least some modest movement toward more freedom here. But there is, at this point, still very much a closed society on the political front when it comes to things like elections and assembly and freedom of the press. Whether this new economic and diplomatic front here that the president's opening with his 2-day visit will allow a crack in that wall in the years to come is something we shall see. Tomorrow, the president will address the Cuban nation. He'll be on television here, the first time, again, that a U.S. president's had a chance to address the entire country here. So historic indeed, the visit for President Obama and the First Family. We'll see what it means not only for people here, but for businesses, including those in the Palm Beaches and Treasure Coast, in terms of trying to forge new ties with their neighbor to the south here in Cuba. Ashley and Mike.